Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, UDA party had their PG meeting at STATEHOUSE. As we speak now, the only updates we are seeing is just photos. Number one, they are ignoring media. Number two, they are silent, no videos that are being posted from that PG meeting. No one is coming out to tell Kenyans on what they talked about at STATEHOUSE, and things remain silent. This is something that even I saw NTV coming out to try and understand what the PG meeting of UDA was. In other words, media was blocked from that PG meeting. Media was blocked. The only media that was there, if you are keenly watching those photos, it was only the media of UDA party. It was only UDA. Another thing is there is a kind of crisis in between these members of parliament allied to Kenya Kwanza government. When you start with the majority whip, Silvanus Osoro, coming out, destroying and tainting a bad picture of Kenya Kwanza government as the majority whip, Silvanus Osoro has been seen many times tainting bad picture or being bad ambassador to UDA brigade. You saw what happened at Bomet, where he came out altering certain shocking words. The same thing, this is the man that during the UDA grassroots mobilization or rather recruitment, Silvanus Osoro, during the finance bill debate in the National Assembly, is the same man who came out saying that them in the Kenya Kwanza, they gave the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition, some members of parliament, money to come out and vote yes for the finance bill. Now, when you look at the kind of problem that William Ruto is passing through, is that there are certain members of parliament whom their mouths are loose, including the majority whip of the National Assembly, that is Silvanus Osoro. Number two, William Ruto is so worried when it comes to the agenda, policies, and ideologies of his government. As these members of parliament they are unable to convince Kenyans that this is our ideology, this is what we believe in, and this is whatever we are going to do. So in other words, William Ruto wanted to clarify this kind of ideologies and agendas. They must come out to impose to the people and convince them. Number three, because the National Assembly had a break and now they're coming back, maybe William Ruto was trying to consolidate these members of parliament and understand what they are going to take on the floor of the house. So in other words, this meeting was secretive. No media was allowed apart from the UDA media that was allowed. Number three, that I want you to understand, what was said at STATEHOUSE, at that PG meeting, the agreement is no one should come out and leak any kind of agreement they have reached out. And that is why media, they are not understanding what William Ruto talked about at that PG meeting. In other words, people are really eager, waiting. Ni nini hii watu walisema pale PG meeting? Na hata sisi tumeongoja, hatujaona. But the reality is, this is a secretive meeting that was organized by William Ruto, and the agreement is no one should come out with secretive agendas they discussed at that PG meeting, so that no one should understand their game on the floor of the house, because the other day they were at a break and now they are back. And of course they have started today in the afternoon. Another thing is, I want to call it like a State House emergency shock. Why am I describing like that? It's because William Ruto is so trembled. The way Kenya and the ground is hostile. And the way ground is hostile, maybe is coming out to convince these members of parliament or have an agenda on how they're going to convince these Kenyans to at least the ground should not be hostile. Another thing is, at the same time, William Ruto is moving across the Republic of Kenya, launching projects and also planning some plans in different counties in the Republic of Kenya. William Ruto seems like being upset with the kind of hostility that is arising, in an extent that he is being heckled left, right, center. So he is maybe, let me say maybe, he was trying to consult these members of parliament how the ground is. How the ground is, so that they can understand the tricks and kind of tactical trajectory towards governing the country the way they are governing with lies. Another thing that I want you to understand is the body language in that PG meeting was not so much appealing. When look at the majority leader in the National Assembly, that is Kimani Ichung'wah, and the majority leader in the Senate Assembly, that was Aaron Cheruiyot, the party leader himself, William Ruto, and the deputy party, Rigathi Gachagua, the picture they are portraying is not a good picture that is appealing and is not giving us a kind of happiness in that PG meeting. In other words, William Ruto is so upset the way these members of parliament and his colleagues like Rigathi Gachagua, they are trying to control the UDA Kenya Kwanza government. So despite of them coming out to block the media, already we understand how the situation is, because no situation is favoring this government. Despite even the infotrak coming out to rank some members of parliament of Kenya Kwanza government to be on top when it comes to their function. I don't know. If function in infotrak inaweka hii Kenya Kwanza government members of parliament or rather, wakikuwa number 1 wengine number 5 number 6 wanafanya kazi gani? Because I know some people like Ndini Nyoro, I accept Ndini Nyoro is working. I accept that. And this is something that I've said many times. But again, some individuals, they're not working, just making noise. You know, left, right, center. Silvanus Osoro ni kubrag tu na kuthump chest. That is the scenario. So I think William Ruto is not a happy president at all, and a party leader of UDA at all, as things are not okay. Things are not okay. And there's something they have agreed, we must change the style, or else these Kenyans are going to create a kind of hostile environment, and is not going to be appealing at all. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.